I mean, we're super early. We're very, very early. I mean, this is like we're at the beginning of probably a 20-year journey of massively high returns. We're going to have massively high returns for 20 or maybe even 30 years. Now that's basically, I think, where we are. So, you're nowhere, you're at the beginning, like you're in the first inning.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Fred Krueger tackles the big question. Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? He covers living below your means, real estate dilemmas, and why Bitcoin might outperform traditional assets like property. Fred shares fascinating stories like the Bitcoin pizza legend, explores lifestyle balance, and discusses renting versus buying, Bitcoin retirement goals, and living an upper-class life funded by Bitcoin. He also touches on 2025 expectations, political impacts on Bitcoin, and the role of institutional investors. Wrapping up, Fred highlights hodling, high returns, and how to connect for more insights. Let's catch him up to transform your financial journey.
Well, I think the big one is real estate, right? That's going to be the biggest expense that you're going to make in your life is going to be buying a house. And that is not a cheap thing to do right now. I have a friend who was just saying, you really can't buy anything in any major U.S. city right now under $1 million. You can't buy it in Miami. You can't buy it in New York. You can't buy it in L.A. You can't buy it in San Francisco. Maybe in the middle of the country somewhere, you can still get something for $1 million. But, that's kind of your entry point right now. And I think the biggest question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to take the plunge and actually have a mortgage and real estate? And that's really the question. I think in many cases, the answer is, for somebody like you who's been in Bitcoin for a while, I think maybe the answer is yes, you do want to get some real estate, but I'd say if you're just starting out, and I would say I would suggest stacking would be a better idea right now than jumping into mortgage on what is kind of an overpriced asset, really. I think real estate's not going to do very well relative to Bitcoin. I really don't think it will. And so, I think you have to think about yourself as 10 years from now when Bitcoin's at $1 million. How smart is that house or that condo going to look? And I'd say probably not too smart.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
and a guy that we both know, Terrence Yang.
Yes.
Yeah. So Terrence Yang. Yeah. Okay. So Terrence Yang posted something and he said, well, I invested in $250K into this condo, nice looking condo, by the way, apartment complex somewhere. And he's like, but I invested it, that would be worth about $2 million today. Right. And I said, yeah, Terrence, it could be worth $10 million by the end of 2025,
That's cool.
And, you got a timeshare in a condo for $250,000, or you got a partial ownership in this apartment complex, or you could have $10 million worth of Bitcoin, on its way to going to be worth $100 million. Right. So I really think, you really got to balance these things out. And, it's a tough one because I don't think you're going to see another thing like Bitcoin likely in your life. You might see it, but you're not going to get it on the ground floor like you did with Bitcoin. And you got lucky. We all got lucky. Our eyes were opened at the right time. But, I just, don't take that for granted. You're not going to go through life and you're going to see 3 of these. I don't think. So I think if you can rent. Rent. If you can, our friend, I don't know if you know Thomas Young, but like Thomas Young was like, well, whenever I look at a car right now, it's an $80,000 car. I look at it as a $250,000 car, and I'm like, you should, but you should also not think about spending $80,000 on a car. You should be thinking about spending, $600 a month on a lease. Yeah. You got to resist the idea of actually buying stuff.
Bitcoin has soared to new all-time highs, with its price nearing $110,000 amidst growing speculation about the possibility of a U.S. Bitcoin reserve. On January 20, the odds of President-elect Donald Trump establishing a Bitcoin reserve within his first 100 days surged to 60% on prediction platform Polymarket, further fueling market excitement. This speculation has drawn significant attention, with many wondering how such a move might reshape the global financial landscape. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView confirmed Bitcoin's record-breaking price of $109,356 on Bitstamp. Daily gains exceeded 8%, driven by broad volatility across the crypto market. However, analysts caution that latecomers joining the rally might face immediate unrealized losses if the market experiences a sudden reversal. Liquidity conditions on major exchanges like Binance show significant supply hurdles, with experts warning that buyers might get stuck at these peak levels if prices decline. The market's behavior has raised eyebrows, with some traders speculating that insider knowledge is at play. Notable crypto influencers have pointed to increased ask liquidity at the $109,000–$110,000 range as evidence of strategic positioning. These developments coincide with heightened liquidation activity, with nearly $1 billion in long positions unwound within 24 hours, signaling the risks associated with entering the market at such high levels. Despite these warnings, the breakout from Bitcoin's month-long consolidation range has been lauded as remarkably clean by analysts. Pro-crypto policy announcements from the incoming administration add further intrigue, leaving traders and investors eager to see how the unfolding narrative might influence Bitcoin's trajectory in the coming months. As the market pushes boundaries, Bitcoin continues to dominate headlines, offering both opportunity and caution for those navigating its rapid ascent.
Yeah. And lease as much as you want, I definitely think that's kind of from a personal planning perspective, I think, especially if you're young, it makes sense to, it makes sense to potentially not buy right now. Not buy. Now, you do get the leverage on real estate. You're putting 20% down. But I got to tell you, it's like you want leverage, you can get leverage on Bitcoin too. You know what I mean? You can buy 2x the amount of Bitcoin that you have. I just think real estate's the loser here. And so I think you have to figure out how can you increase your lifestyle without increasing the amount of dollars you're forking out for cars and boats, if you're so inclined. And the boats are the worst, right? They're by far the worst, right? Like there's no worse investment than a boat.
Michael Saylor, the face of MicroStrategy's aggressive Bitcoin strategy, has hinted at another major acquisition with a cryptic tweet ahead of President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration. "Things will be different tomorrow," Saylor tweeted, sparking speculation about what lies ahead for both the Bitcoin market and MicroStrategy's already massive holdings. The company has steadily increased its Bitcoin reserves, currently standing at an astonishing 450,000 BTC. This tease follows a familiar pattern. A similar hint earlier this month preceded a purchase of 2,530 BTC at an average price of $95,972, totaling $243 million. Saylor's timing has often coincided with strategic moves that reinforce MicroStrategy's dominance as the largest corporate Bitcoin holder. As Trump's crypto-friendly policies are anticipated, speculation is rife that another purchase could cement MicroStrategy's role as a leader in the crypto market. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.